Sarah is a photojournalist stationed in Afghanistan. They are carefully searching the place when suddenly an explosion happens. Everyone gets scattered as the enemies attack from the other end as well. Sarah somehow manages to hide behind a building. Suddenly, she hears a woman's voice. She gets inside and sees a hijabi woman carrying a child, saying something. Both of them get close to each other, and Sarah tries to click her picture. Suddenly, it is revealed that the baby is actually a bomb, as the woman is a suicide bomber. Before she can react, it explodes, leaving Sarah permanently blind. She now lives with her boyfriend Ryan in a penthouse. It's New Year's Eve, and they need to buy some drinks as her sister is going to visit them. Ryan says that he will come with her, but she says that she will do it alone. On her way out, the doorman, Antonio, helps her and escorts her out. She starts to walk, but does not take out her stick. Suddenly, a bicycle crashes into her as she falls down. A man comes there and helps her to get up. She says that it happened because she was too arrogant to use her stick. The man insists on helping her cross the road, but she refuses as she wants to do it on her own. She goes to the liquor store and gets some wine. After that, she goes to a park nearby and listens to the kids playing. She also recalls her time as a photojournalist. She then calls her sister, Blake, who is pregnant. She reminds her that they are supposed to come for dinner. Blake says that she is not sure, as her husband is always tired from work, but she says that she will do her level best. She then gets back to the apartment and calls for Ryan, but he does not reply. She looks for him throughout the entire house, but there is no sign of him. She places the wine in the freezer, but it is revealed that Ryan is dead. His bloody body is in the kitchen, but Sarah has no idea about it. Sarah is going to the shower, but the killer is in the house. He follows her to the washroom and watches her as she takes a shower. The guy is no one but the man who helped her on the street. He keeps following her through the house. Her cat frantically starts to meow, and she tries to feed it. As she is working in the kitchen, she slips on the blood. She investigates it, and, to her horror, she discovers Ryan's dead body. She tries to run, but bumps into the guy. She is scared for life, and the man keeps on throwing objects on the floor to mess with her senses. She immediately runs to the bedroom and locks it from inside. The man says that she knows all about her, as he's been keeping an eye on her. She tries to use voice instruction and send an email to Blake. But before she can do it, the man breaks open the window and gets hold of her. The man threatens her with a knife and asks her to cooperate. Blake is at her place when Danny gets back home. She says that they need to go to her sister's, but that's when he reveals that he ran a background check on Ryan, and the guy is mad shady as he lied about his past. The man has tied Sarah to a bedpost. He is having a heated discussion with someone as he is explaining to them that he accidentally killed Ryan. He then sits next to her and says that he is Ryan's friend, and she snaps. But he immediately manhandles her, and she apologizes for acting up. He then says that his name is Chad and cuts her loose. He asks what she knows about Ryan. She says that he was an investor, but he laughs it off by saying that Ryan was a thief and he was his gang member. He says that he took all the money and did not share the cut. He asks Sarah about it, but she says that she is completely oblivious and has no idea. But he does not believe it and says that if he does not get his money, she will face a consequence worse than death. Just then, he gets a call, and she asks him if she can put on some clothes, to which he says yes. She starts to get inside the closet while he has a heated argument with someone. She seizes the opportunity and hides her camera behind her. Chad cuts the call and says it's time for her to spill out the truth. She says that's what he knows about the money, but suddenly knocks him out with the camera. She immediately runs out of the house and tries to use the elevator, but it's taking too long. She takes the stairs, but it isn't too long before Chad catches up to her. She manages to get inside the generator room and hides. Chad reaches there as well and asks her to surrender, but just then, Antonio comes there as he heard some noise. Sarah recognizes him and tells him everything. She asks him to call the cops immediately, but he tries to act oversmart and takes matters into his own hands. He takes the rod and tries to look for Chad as Sarah keeps on begging him to call for help. Suddenly, Chad appears from behind and bashes him to death. Sarah runs away from the helplessly and somehow manages to reach the street. She asks for help, and a couple helps her. Just then, a man named Hollander comes there and says that he is an officer. He then calls the cops and says that they need to get inside to keep themselves protected. They get inside, and Chad appears there. She says that he is the perpetrator, but Hollander says that he is aware. Both of them kidnap her together and bring her into the apartment. They got into an argument as they were about to get caught, but Hollander says that from now on, he is going to take the lead. Chad leaves, and he starts the investigation. He says that he is the only one who can save Sarah from Chad. He covers Ryan's dead body and asks Sarah about how he managed to buy this place. Sarah says that he had money, but Hollander reveals that they were involved in the mafia business in Miami. But Ryan got greedy and ran away with their money. He also reveals that he knows everything about Sarah and how she lost her vision. He says that it's in her best interest to help them out, but she says that she knows nothing about the money. Chad comes there and says that he will force the answer out of her. He starts to beat her black and blue as Hollander stands as a spectator. Suddenly, he notices something and asks Chad to stop. He sees a picture that was taken by Sarah. She says that Ryan Ryan got it framed for her birthday. He takes down the picture and starts to tear it open. To their surprise, they find the money hidden there. Chad starts to bag it, and Sarah asks them to leave as their agendas are fulfilled now. He tells her that she never knew Ryan, and it's for her best that he is out of her life now. Chad asks if they should get rid of her, but Hollander says that she hasn't seen them, so they are safe. Before leaving, Chad smashes her phone. Hollander asks her to stay put for 1 hour and not try to do anything, and after that, she can move on with her life. Both of them leave, and she immediately runs to lock the door. She then goes to the washroom, but someone is still there inside the house. She comes back and breaks down in tears as Ryan's dead body is still lying inside the house. She falls asleep and the night comes. She gets up and senses something. She immediately runs, but Chad shuts the door. Hollander appears from behind, and she says that she smelled them. She runs out to the terrace and tries to fight them, but they overpower her easily and ask how she got the necklace. Sarah says that Ryan brought it for her. He becomes aggressive and says that Ryan stole 20 million worth of diamonds, and she needs to give those to them. Chad stops him and says that they need her alive. Her cat comes there, and Hollander picks it up. He threatens her and says that he will kill the cat if she does not tell them about the diamonds. But she swears that she has no idea about it. Hollander has had enough and throws the cat off the building. Sarah is heartbroken and tries to attack him, but it's of no help. Chad is terrified by his brutality and says that he shouldn't have killed an innocent animal. Tension rises between them as they can't trust each other. Chad tries to take out his knife, but Hollander has it. He attacks Chad and says that they can't work together if he does not believe her. But Chad gives up and Hollander lets him go. Meanwhile, Sarah hears a surveillance helicopter approaching. She climbs up the roof and asks for help. The pilot notices and approaches her. But just before that, Hollander points the gun at her and says that he will kill her. He forcefully kisses her. When the pilot approaches them, she simply waves her hand, which makes it look like they are a couple, and the chopper leaves. Hollander says that he will throw her off the building, and that's when she reveals that Ryan has a safe. Danny is watching TV when Blake says that they were supposed to visit Sarah. He says that he is tired, but she says that she promised her. On the other hand, the guys start to cut open the safe. Chad goes to check on Sarah. She says that he should be worried about his life, as Hollander will kill him the moment he gets his money. He says that he already knows it and plans to double-cross him before that. Sarah makes him an offer and says that if he kills Hollander, then she will do whatever he wants. They break open the safe, but to his dismay, he finds a card there. Hollander takes Sarah out of the room and says that Ryan pulled a practical joke on them. He asks Chad to leave the room and says that they need to work together. She says that Chad is thinking about killing him and he needs to do something about it. He makes her a deal and says that if she tells him about the diamond, then he will let her live. But she does not take the bait. They immediately tie her up to a table and start to torture her, but it's of no help. Suddenly, the doorbell rings. It's Blake and Danny. Sarah asks them not to hurt her and says that she will get rid of them. They free her and say that if she tries to act smart, then all of them will die. She opens the door for them but does not let them in. She says that she got in an argument with Ryan and now it is not a good time for dinner. Danny thinks that he hurt her, but she reassures them that nothing like that happened. They smell something there and try to get in as the guy clutches the gun even harder. But just then, Blake's water breaks, and Danny has to take her to the hospital immediately. The guys bring her back, and Hollander asks Chad to fix him a drink. She says that she might know where he hid the diamonds. She takes Hollander to the terrace and says that one day, Ryan was up really late. But when he got back to the bed, she smelled dirt on his hands. She believes he hid something in the flower pots that day. On the other hand, Chad starts to make drinks, but is furious about his situation. But suddenly, he notices something in the ice. It's nothing but the diamonds. Ryan has frozen all the diamonds in the ice tray. He takes them out and starts to melt the ice one by one. Hollander, on the other hand, starts to look for the diamonds, but finds nothing. He starts to break them one by one. On the other hand, Chad starts to bag all the diamonds for himself. Suddenly, Hollander notices him pocketing the diamonds. Chad comes out with the drinks and tries to hand them over, but Hollander says that he saw what he did. Chad tries to take out his knife, but Hollander shoots him before that. He says that the money will all now be his as Chad takes his last breath. He takes out the diamond from his pocket, but just then, Sarah stabs him from behind. They get into a fight and the light goes off. Hollander overpowers her, but just then Chad comes from behind and tackles him. Sarah runs away, but he is not strong enough to hold him. Hollander stabs him and finishes him once and for all. He then goes out to the terrace, but Sarah shoots at him. He tries to reach her, but she keeps on shooting. Suddenly, the firework goes off, which hampers her hearing. Hollander tries to catch her, but she shoots him in the arm. She then takes out the diamonds and starts to throw them one by one and asks him to speak up. He doesn't, so she plans to throw all of them. But just then, he grabs her by the neck, but before he can do anything, she shoots him and throws him off the building, which draws his conclusion. Sarah is finally safe and lets out a sigh of relief. She then gets back inside the house and puts the diamonds in the water and keeps them inside the refrigerator. The cat is still alive and it sits on Hollander's dead body. So, that was the recap for the 2013 movie Penthouse North. For more recaps like this, stay subscribed to the channel. And if you have liked this video, you may also like this.